Fighting talk back again into the I'm delighted to be joined by Andrew Fisher ahead of his featherweight bout against Attila Korkmaz on Friday, May the 13th. Bellator London, Bellator 281, isn't it? How's camp been going? A couple of weeks out now, Fisher?
I've said it's been really good. I think I'm sparring really good. You know, I've lost rounds, I've won rounds, I've made mistakes, and all the mistakes I'm making, I feel I'm rectifying them each week as well. So I've got just under 2 weeks left to go. I feel I'm right on track really with everything.
I know you've been getting sparring in here with James Hendon, but you've been doing a bit of travelling. I know Gav Hughes is up here, you went down and seen him as well, and you've been travelling a few other places. What do you find that adds to a camp or adds to your game when you go and visit different gyms and sparring guys who maybe you aren't sparring week in, week out?
I'm like the coach here, so I do like to spar my guys. So I feel I've got some absolute killers who actually probably beat us up every week as well. But you kind of know each other's games, you know what each other's doing, and I don't really get too nervous when I spawn in my gym. But if I'll just travel, like just me, my girlfriend, and my kids, and then we'll just drive somewhere, and I'll just be in there with them, and there'll be another gym full of other people, you know, so I get more nervous, and everybody's watching. So I like to get there. I like to make myself feel comfortable, and I like to feel the nerves. I don't want to make it easy for myself either, so I feel it's like pushing yourself in the comfort zone is what really helps. Because on the day of a fight, you know, if you haven't dealt with them emotions, then it kind of like comes up to point you a bit.
I know we've touched on this before, but as you just mentioned there, your family life, coaching, and looking after yourself for a camp. How hard is it to juggle all of them aspects in the fight camp?
Do you know what it is, right? I just like doing it. I like looking at my partner. I love playing with kids and taking the kids everywhere with us. And I love teaching and I love training. So, like before people paying us to do this, I was doing it for free anyway. So I can't really whinge about it. I am really, really busy, especially when like all the guys I've got, the pros, the pro team's grown. So I feel I'm doing a bit more travelling with them for spawn and stuff like that. So I do feel like I am a little bit busy that way, but I definitely can't whinge about it.
It was something you mentioned the other week when I was down. I wanted to ask you about it on camera actually. You were talking to one of your young pros that's come up through the ranks, and you were saying you'd watched, I think it was an old UFC press conference.
It was Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, and the journalist asked what Dustin hated about the fight, about training for a fight and stuff like that. And he said, I think he said it was about the diet and weight cut and stuff like that. But when the journalist asked the question, I thought, oh, what do I hate about it now? But there's nothing I hate about it. I like every bit of it. I like the dieting. I like kind of pushing myself. I like being hungry, going to bed. You know, I like when you're tired and you're still going to work hard, and it just makes you feel like you're talking about the right stuff. Like you don't want it easy, do you?
No, not at all. And I know obviously after COVID you couldn't help that, but there was that little break in time as there was for so many pro athletes. But we're back now. Last time out was only a few months ago. Not the result you wanted, that no contest against Whiteford for the unintentional eye poke. I know you've done a known video on your own social media, but what was your feelings about that? Has that been something that's been conscious going into this camp that you've tried to change, or?
With the open stance and him being southpaw, he's generally pawed, touch each other's hand a lot. Now, what I need to do better is if you watch like Peter Yan, he kind of like has his hands down like this, and maybe I was opening mine a bit, and it kind of went in. It is what it is. It's a bit hard. Like I don't know how he felt either. And he's been around forever as well, so and it is my fault as well. The finger definitely did go in his eye, so it was a bit upsetting because I thought that was my chance to kind of break into the rankings, because I understand what was the name, but I felt really good in the fight. I felt I was doing well in the fight, so it just is what it is, you know. I've just got to like accept the responsibility for it and move forward.
Robert, of course, shares a card with you now this time, fighting China's Vital rank, I believe number 7 currently in the featherweight rankings. For you, do you think a big win over Attila could potentially then push you into that ranking fight?
I hope so. I was kind of trying to think about who I might get being in Europe, you know, and I thought there might have been like somebody like the Pedro Cavallo or Whitechel. Obviously, I just fought Whiteford and they said they weren't interested in doing that again. So I was just trying to think of European guys that might put on for us, and they were kind of the ones I wanted as well. But then I got Attila Korkmaz, which I'm happy with as well. He's a good guy, he's a good opponent. And hopefully boosts us up after I beat him.
I mean, you've sort of been in the same circle before, fighting on ACA at the same sort of time, so you are aware of Attila. What do you make of him as a fighter? What sort of fight you expect to come from him?
So yeah, he was signed. It was ACB then, and we were both signed to ACB. But I thought he was really, really good then. I think he's been on the Mexican beef since then a bit, because he looks huge now. But I think he's really, really good. He's a BJ black belt. He's got some really, really nice attacks as well, stand-up I've got to be aware of. And he's never been finished either, so it's been one of the fights where it's made me really have to like dig deep and not be lazy as well.
I mean, if we look at the whole card as well, of course, MVP headlining for the interim title, Paul Daly potentially his last fight as well. How good is this Bellator London card?
It's massive. It's probably one of the biggest cards in this country, really, isn't it? Like, I know like the last UFC and stuff was really, really good as well, but like this is like massive, absolutely massive with the star power on this card as well, isn't it? For like MMA fans as well who know who these people are.
It's early on still in the year. How active are you looking to be? I mean, you can imagine there's probably going to be, well, there's another Dublin show, 25th of September. I imagine they'll probably try and squeeze another London one in after, or would America be of interest to you?
I would like to get 2 or 3 fights in a year. I haven't liked the past couple, I'm only getting one, but at least I'm getting a fight and some people haven't, so it's not the end of the world. Realistically, I could definitely get this one, and then maybe there's possibly another one right at the end of the year. We'll see what happens, but I'm quite happy fighting in Europe. I've fought abroad, I've fought in America, I've done it. You get kind of taxed a lot, so I'm not like, if they give us one, I'm definitely not going to say no, but I'd be quite happy to fight over here as well. It's a long time away from the kids and stuff. I'll go away as well.
I know you mentioned before you've been around for a long, long time in this sport.
I think I'm probably maybe one of the last one. Paul Daly, maybe me and him's like maybe it's like the last ones of like the original push, really, you know.
So on that then, I mean, Paul said this is his last fight. For you, do you see this Bellator run as being the last run towards the title?
I just like, I feel other people kind of like, they see stuff like, oh, he's getting old or whatever, but I'm still sparring with killers, you know. I'm sparring with 24-year-old, 25-year-old pros who are like, they've had like 10 fights and they're coming up and they're doing really, really well, and I'm travelling, I'm going to spar with them, and I'm doing really, really good against them. Like, I don't feel like I'm old, I don't feel like I'm slowing down. I feel a lot smarter than I used to be. I feel a lot more intelligent. I feel a lot more athletic than I used to be. I used to always be quite grindy in your face, but I feel I've had a lot of stuff in the game, really. So, like, the way I feel now, I don't really see myself stopping anytime soon.
Finally then, Fisher, what can fight fans expect for you come Friday, May 13th? Can I get a prediction of you for the fight?
I'm looking to finish every part of this fight as well. You know, I want to break them down and wear them down and look to finish and be the first person to stop them. I do.
Perfect, Fisher.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers.